What's up everybody, welcome back to one of my other YouTube video. Now, why a secondary video about the Wave 5 of Beyblade Burst Pro Series? Well, here's the thing. With what I'm able to tell you guys out there is that I'm not a professional when it comes to everything that has to do with the name of the piece of Beyblade and the general use of their pieces, because to I just recently started into the world of Beyblade as a collector and as a reviewer of those wonderful toys, and technically, I'm not an expert. I don't want to pretend to be an expert. I don't want you guys to think that I'm pretending to be an expert. I'm not. Most of the info that I give you on this channel is basically infos that I got from other experts by watching their videos and be able to give you the info that I got from them to you, so you guys can actually have extra knowledge about Beyblades. But of course, like I said, I'm not an expert. I don't want to pretend to be an expert. I don't want you guys to think I'm pretending to be an expert in something that I don't know anything about, but I have a certain amount of knowledge and I'm willing to share it with you. So here goes. I received extra info about Wave 5 that I was very excited to share with you, because during my first review I did say that according to my own research, all of the Beyblade from the Wave 5 possess all the original piece from their original release with Terakatomi. Well, that's not true. So I'm kind of redoing my review by telling you guys some extra info that I possess about this wave thanks to actual expert. Now, here's the first things first. As come from Prime Apocalypse, everything that I said in the first review is 100% true. This Bey and all of his pieces are equal to the actual Beyblade itself released by Terakatomi. Therefore, if you get this one and you didn't want to get the one from Japan, go get it, because honestly, it has all the original same pieces, from the Ultimate Reboot driver to the dagger ring to the energy layer and his gimmick. Everything is exactly the same as the Terakatomi Bey. Now, I wasn't 100% sure if everything on Union Archilles was the actual Bey that we have released from Terakatomi, but I'm happy to say that this one is a secondary one with all its original pieces. The same pieces that you got from the Terakatomi Bey release in the GT era is the same as this Union Archilles released by Hasbro Pro Series. And I learned something else with the forged disc. Is actually a balance forged disc that possess two different mode, either pure balance mode or unbalanced mode, to help with more power in the attack and all that. Now, to be able to change the different mode of this disc, the only thing you need to do is to separate a bit the yellow part here from the metal and to just twist it. So if you're able to release it correctly, you should be able to twist it up. I'm gonna put it on my finger like a ring, and then and then you spin it, and you need to have this little arrow equal to this one to have the unbalanced mode, because this little arrow act as an extra weight. So this will make sure that your Bey, when it arrives to this point, will have more weight on it, so more strength. If you want balance, the only thing that you need to do is to take this little arrow and put it on the other side, where the balance now would be put, sorry, I almost dropped it, would be put to look like this, with the arrow here and the arrow here, to make sure that it is fully balanced. And yes, indeed, the triple driver, like I like to call it, has its different mode, either stamina, defense, or attack for higher purposes, Of course, if you're like me, you prefer stamina with a balance type, you better go with mode 1, but that's just how I like it. So yeah, I'm very happy to know that Union Archiles actually have all the original piece that Union Archiles possess in the release of Terakatomi. Now, as for Harmony Pegasus, now, his counterpart with Terakatomi, Heaven Pegasus, have different parts, and of course, this bay has none of the same parts. Now, here's the pieces that are exactly the same. The energy layer itself is exactly the same, except for this one is a bit more dark in the coloring than the original. Thing that is also the same is the retractable wings that create the reverse mode of burst that this bay possess. Same thing again, same gimmick, like Prime Apocalypse, original gimmick that is amazing. Now, the forged disc itself. The forged disc that come with this bay is the original version of the Evan Pegasus from Terakatomi. The piece that is not the same is this piece that I don't remember the name of, but this piece is not original to this combo, since the original piece of plastic that goes around the forged disc was a gray plastic. But I think pretty much that the yellow looks way better on Harmony Pegasus than gray, but that's just me. Now, as for the driver, two different things are to be noted with these two drivers. First of all, the original driver of Heaven Pegasus has a metal plate here that is free spin, of course, due to the fact of a stamina driver. It has a metal plate, and it is way lower than this one. So due to this one being a higher mode, makes your bay more high inside of the stadium. But of course, it doesn't mean that it is less efficient. It's actually even better with this driver than the original driver of Heaven Pegasus, due to the fact that the metal, according to many experts, did scratch a lot inside of the stadium and actually took away a lot of stamina from the bay. For a stamina type, it's pretty bad to have that happening. So, yeah. With these bays, of course, and their release with Wave 5, we had a little bit of extra, per se, due to the fact that they are almost exactly identical, for most of them, to their Terakatomi version. Meaning that this one, full on, perfect. This one as well. This one, close to be perfect, but not perfect. But, hey, close to be perfect is always better than to be just not perfect at all. So yeah, this is a little update that I wanted to give you guys, because honestly I thought I needed to actually give you guys all the info that I possess, and therefore I wanted to let you guys know that I'm gonna try to make the best that I can to have all the info about the base that I'm gonna review on this channel, so I don't give you misinformation or whatever. Because honestly, it is the worst thing to have in this world is misinformation about many different things that we either love or not. Therefore, until next time guys, see you later, stay safe, and as always, spin out.